everyone, so second video review for this week is the first of my Ylva arcs, which was Payback by Charlotte Mills. If you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, there is a link below if you're on Facebook, below all the videos, or if you're on YouTube, it is in the description below. And this is the video review. So, Payback by Charlotte Mills. You know when you pick up a book, right? You consciously choose one, and you don't know, when you first pick it up, you don't know what's inside. You've read a little bit of blurb, you've got an idea about the book, but you have no idea what those pages conceal. And the most amazing thing is, you can't put it down, and when you're finished, you just love it. You've fallen in love with a book. This book is that book. Like, Payback, I started reading it, and instantly from the first chapter, I knew I was just going to love this book. The introduction of Kate Wolf as a character, and how she just burst out in the book, was brilliant. The prologue really, you know, that opened and made a scene, and it got me really intrigued as a reader. So I'd read that prologue and I was thinking, this is interesting. And then I'd read that first chapter and that was it. Hooked, invested, whatever you want to call it. I knew I was going to love this book. And if you've been following the reading updates, you probably saw how much I love this book. I've never read anything by Charlotte Mills before, so I was just intrigued by the book from the title. Payback. It suggests a lot. Revenge mostly, or somebody at least seeking it. And for me, I'm just so glad I picked it up, because it's an amazing book, and it's something, when you find, I found a few of them, I have, but you, every now and again you pick up a book, you read it, and you know that you're going to remember that story for the longest time, and it's one you'll go back to because you enjoyed it so much that you will definitely enjoy reading it a second time, or even a third, fourth, even though you know the outcome. Because somehow I have a feeling that if you read this book again, even if you left it like a couple of months or whatever, if you picked it up again, you'd probably find things that you didn't find the first time. You'd probably still be surprised, which is always good with a book. You do want to be surprised, even if you know the outcome. You want to be surprised when you read it again. You want to find something new. And this book, I'm sure there's something in there that I will find when I read it again, because I will read it again because I really like it. I'm definitely getting a paperback copy as well because it's amazing and I want it in my collection. But you know, I know it's just a good book. That's how much, like, I've even lost my train of thought. That's not good, is it? But because I'm just thinking about how good the book was. So the story, it was a total surprise, a complete surprise. I never imagined things would go the way they would. As I was reading along, because it's about Kate Wolf is a you know, a sergeant sort of in the police force, and so her boss, Gov, Helen, is, you know, together they're trying to solve a crime. They've got another crime on the side, and it's sort of, it's very cleverly in there as a sub story, but you don't give it much thought. And it's just like, I mean, enjoyable in the plot. It helps to you know, just add to the drama and the tension going on already with the big case they're working on. And what was clever and very intriguing about the plot was that it was, you know, fast paced, really exciting, and things kept, you know, moving along, ticking along as they do with police cases, where you were questioning things with the character and thinking, yeah, maybe, yeah, no, I think I'm onto something. And so you were getting that detective experience. I love that. I've said this before in reviews. I love that detective experience. I love going along with the character, getting all my clues and trying to figure it out. And at one point I thought I had it figured out. I was so wrong. Like, I was so unbelievably wrong. And I definitely, you know, I was like, yeah, I've got this. Yeah, come on, Kate, why aren't you getting this? Yeah, Kate wasn't getting it because it wasn't the right answer, and so clearly I'm not a detective. But I just really loved that you get to do that with these characters. And so these characters, Helen and Kate, just, oh, did they have chemistry right from the start. I'm going to use the banter word. It was banter. That was brilliant between them. The humorous playing around and messing around, the nicknames, just everything. And Helen, she's the biggest instigator of it, and she's bloody brilliant at it. Like, oh, she was such a good, you know, character. Like, she was so I can't even think of the right word to describe her. She was just she was a character to love. You couldn't not, even though she's supposed to be the boss woman and she's supposed to be all in charge and stuff. She's so cool and down to earth, and I can see why Kate liked her so much. And yeah, I loved her. I thought she was brilliant. She was definitely, her and Kate, their dynamic was so unique in this book, and it worked so perfectly. Like I say, the chemistry was just unbelievable, and I just clicked with them. You know, this book just made me so happy, and I highly recommend it. I really do. If you haven't read Payback by Charlotte Mills, go and get a copy. What are you waiting for? It's a book that if you don't read it, you will totally regret not reading it, because even if you know, police and all that isn't your scene, this is so good. You would be missing out, and it would be a shame, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. And the only other thing with this book, so I was reading it and I was thinking, this would make a brilliant TV series. Does somebody want to pick it up? Because I would love to watch this. This is amazing, like seriously good. But yeah, it was just, you know, it was original, refreshing, and a whole heap of fun. It was, you know, a police drama, crime, romancy novel with a massive twist, and it was just, you know, a unique spin on it, and gave it something, you know, different and fresh, and yeah, just brilliant, absolutely great. I can't rave about it enough, I really can't. So if you want to grab a copy of Payback by Charlotte Mills, as I've said before, you really want to, you will be missing out if you don't. I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy. And if you've read Payback by Charlotte Mills, I'd really love to know your thoughts. And again, if you've got it on your to read list, or if you're interested in reading it, again, would love to know your thoughts. Tell me your favourite characters, tell me what you liked about it, because that is one thing. I love this book. I just want to talk about it all the time. Literally want to go and tell everybody they should read it, even if they don't read Lesbic. It's amazing. And if you do read it, if you do go and check it out, I really, really, really hope you love it as much as I did. It was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I couldn't put it down. Absolutely brilliant. So I hope you enjoy it. Bye.